All right, so this episode of the RETSY Podcast is very special. Steph Tarr, who's been on my team since we left launch, shares all the details, background, team insights, what works for her, and a lot about how her personality attracts clients to her and into her life and her business. I'm excited for you to check it out.
I always have loved learning. I loved, college, and so I wanted to just take on a new skill set, just knowledge. I wasn't even quite sure that I would get into it, but I did have a little bit of student loans, and so I bought a property in Levine. I got licensed. I bought a house, and me being such a rule follower, you had to hold for a year, and thank God I flipped it just before the crash. Right.
Oh, awesome.
So I was able to pay off my student debt. But then I kind of got bit by the bug.
Welcome to the RETSY Podcast. Today we're sitting down with RETSY OG, Steph Tarr. Steph, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming in. So you've been at RETSY since the very, very, very beginning. So let's dive in.
I'm part of the Morrison Team.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking to myself, though, it's because we've had Chrissy on. I don't think we've had Brian on, but
I asked him, he said, no, thank you.
But of all people that are going to help me, it's going to be Steph today.
100%.
Excellent.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it's just you have to understand our, how busy I am in a given day. And it's I'll get a Steph text at 10 a.m. Then it's hey, just remember to do this thing I told you from 10 a.m. at 11 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then it's you remember that thing at 10 a.m. I told you? I'm going to remind you again at 2 o'clock. And then it's finally I get to it. And you're thank you.
And then I'm going to call you at dinner time, right at dinner time. I don't hear from you.
Yeah. Chrissy's the friendly bulldozer. Stephanie's the one with 300 more horsepower.
Bulldog bulldozer.
Yeah.
Cattle prod. Got to keep it out with you.
Yeah, but we
Effective.
started together at launch, right? Should we start there?
Yeah, let's. So
that was the launch of our relationship.
It was the launch of our relationship, and it was. So I was working with Heather McLean at the time, who we all know and love.
Yep.
And she had always said when she became a mom, she was going to throttle back, which is exactly what I did. I got into real estate in 2005. I had Sophie in 2008. So she was kind of looking to do this, and I was looking to do that. And I looked around launch and just kind of asked myself, who seems just nice, normal, right? Normal, hard to come by in this industry. And I loved your wife. And she was kind of an acquaintance at the time. And I thought to myself, she's great. So he has to be, pretty good, right? And so I approached
she's
you.
way better than...
honestly.
She's the reason why we have 95% of our friends.
You married up. You did. You married up, right? But we sat and had coffee, and I was I'm really just kind of looking to ramp up a bit, and it's been great working with Heather, but she's doing this, and I want to do that. And I think when Heather and I parted ways, she called you because I was just very honest, as I am, I think, in everything I do.
We never have to wonder what Steph is thinking.
No, very intentional. And she called you and was she was very nice. You definitely want Steph on your team. So we were together for we were at launch for 5 seconds before.
Well, I didn't realize you were looking to get on our team. And it was the whole well, you're on somebody else's team. So we need to address that. But that said, there's a lot of similarities. And back in the launch days, you got to remember we had nothing. We had a logo.
Yeah.
But it's I had systems, and we were nailing Facebook ads and crushing it on Zillow, and I had a good CRM, and we were just trying to get everybody on board to do it. The company wouldn't do it universally, so we just had to do it. So, and then also finding out our history, I'm how are we not working together?
It's wild.
It's we really are a team. It's kind of my strengths, I know your strengths.
Yeah.
I look at different clients, and I'm all right, who would be really good with Stephanie, and who would be really good with Chrissy, and in trying to understand the psychology and everything. But it's we work really well together.
We have a very similar background.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize the connection. I don't even know how it came up in conversation. But long story short, we both went to Deer Valley High School, except I'm older.
Do we want to say what year you graduated?
I'm not ashamed. 97. So I was a senior and you were a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think our paths ever crossed. You got sent to the VTech all the time.
Yeah, I was
right?
not the best kid in high school.
He was very naughty.
Yeah. But I'd pass you smoking cigarettes in the hallway, on the way.
I don't think it was cigarettes, but it was
you had already been there all day.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I think I had like 37 absences my senior year. Mr. Venezia called me in his office, and he was like, what are we going to do about this? And I said, I have a 4.3 GPA. Like, you have to make it harder, and I'll show up. If my kids ever spoke to like a person of authority like that, I'd murder them. But I mean, I was pretty checked out. I think both you and I had a mission to build something with our lives, and kind of, because we grew up pretty poor. Yeah. And so I wanted to light a match to that side of town, and I just, but now I can't escape it. It's like I'm always pulled back in, right? I mean, that's where my people went to high school, obviously. So it's like life has evolved, and I've helped so many people on that side of town. And now, like, sadly, parents are kind of passing away, and now I'm doing all of that over there. So I do still do quite a bit on the west side. But yeah, you and I definitely had that shared goal of, achieving big things. And
yeah. Well, I just, the only parts I remember of Deer Valley, obviously, like, different sports, tennis I played, my friends that I made there, and Mr. Russell. Do you remember Mr. Russell?
Loved Mr. Russell.
Like, he was so business minded, and I just kind of tuned in, and like every crazy harebrained idea I came up with, like, he would encourage it. And
he was so good. There were some really great
at that
teachers
time, he
there.
got us involved in this like multi-level marketing company. I mean, like, I swear to God, that's what I was trained to sell through.
Yeah.
Like, I was like 15 years old, and I don't even know how they took my money and let me do it. But I mean, you got really comfortable with being uncomfortable and calling people, and
Yeah.
I don't think of it like he should have never done that to his students. But
yeah, I'm like thinking about this.
It was effective.
Well, shit, it was working for him.
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, the problem is like, you got to have a product that people want. So
this is true. But you also still kind of wrote me into the West Side a lot, and my response every time is the same. He's like, do you want to go on a listing? And it'll be something outrageous. Like, do you want to, it's got like 2 solar leases, and she needs like, that her house is full.
We didn't know it was 2 solar leases.
But I'm like, well, if you buy me a hot bagel, I'll go. Yeah. It's always with the hot bagel. Yeah. And if I know you know.
You know how much?
Did you ever see the video, by the way, that we shot? Like, the whole, like, I don't know why we were over in the West Side. Was it for a listing appointment?
Yeah, it was. I think it was your, like, a former, it was Jose and his wife, who were, like, darling.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Stephanie's like, oh, you don't realize, like, we grew up poor. I'm like, you went to Deer Valley. What neighborhood did you grow up in? She's like, Bel Air. And I was like, only until
8th grade, and then I moved over to St. John.
I don't know if you remember, like, so we lived at 35th in Michigan, right? Like, that was like the wrong side of 35th Avenue, right? Bel Air was like where I would drive my car to take the bus to school or go play tennis or golf or whatever. And it's like,
that was the first house. Yeah. The second house was 35th Avenue in St. John. It was right near Michigan. It was right there. I just didn't take you to that one.
Still, you were on the west side of 35th Avenue.
Yeah, I was. And you were on, yeah. No, he went. You went.
There's a big difference. Like, we went to her house. I'm like, this is charming. Like, I would love to have a house like this. And then I took her over to our house. There's like 3 cars parked in the lawn, and like the window is still broken from when I was a kid, and like hit it when like somebody was looking through it. Like, I can't remember if it was a baseball bat or what, but somebody was looking through my window when I was a kid, and I hit this window. It's still broken. Still
I'm pretty sure when we were there, we heard sirens.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like...
We were trying to do video on it, and it's like, cue the sirens.
Time to go.
This makes sense. And like the kid that you knew was going to live with his family forever, like, same truck. I mean, 40... God, when did I leave that? I moved out when I was 18. God, he's been there forever. Like, the car's still parked there, and like, he's still there, and I'm just sitting there like, please don't see me. Please don't see me. Like, I don't want to stop. But it's just so weird, like, because to me, when I was a kid, like, that street was so big and, like, more trees.
And you go down, it's tiny.
I remember, like, walking to the bus stop at the corner was, like, took forever. And then it's like you drive down and now you're like, oh, my God, everything's so small. And, like,
tiny. And still tons of cars in the lawn.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I won the contest. But
you did.
But then you guys go into hot bagels and I didn't get an invite.
Yeah.
I do
that's kind of tradition.
That's not,
That's how you psych yourself up.
It's gotten so much more expensive. Like, I remember when I was in high school and go to Hot Bagels and, like, it's the best deal in town, $4.25 for, like, a bagel sandwich and a drink.
And chips.
And, yeah, it was amazing. And so Jennifer loves Hot Bagels. We go there at least once a month. And, like, now, just the bagel sandwich, $8.
No, it's like $50 when we buy for our, because we bring back.
Yeah.
One time, we stopped on the way to a listing appointment. And it was the summertime, so it was hot.
Yeah.
So we couldn't leave it in the car. And is it Warner? Who gets an onion bagel? Someone.
Oh, I put onions on my bagel.
I mean, like so I had a hot bagel in my purse for the listing appointment. And I'm like, it's so obvious.
The dog's coming up and sniffing
like,
her.
Yeah, it's just, I'm like, oh,
the dog really likes you, Steph. It's
we really love hot bagel. What can I say? You know?
It is the best.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So flash forward.
So that's how we met.
What brought you into real estate?
Oh, gosh.
What did you do before real estate?
So I was a medical marketing director, a regional medical marketing director for Laser Vision Correction Company. Okay. It's like I actually went to college for marketing, and I actually, you know how you never use your degree? Well, I did. But it was 2005. And so everybody was like, that was when, you know, if you had a pulse, you could get a loan, and everybody was getting into real estate. And I thought to myself, no kids. And if I could be a professional student, I would do that. So I went to the School of Business, right, and sat in night school, and I loved it.
The one in downtown or Old Town? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thrived in that environment. I always have loved learning. I loved, you know, college, and so I wanted to just take on a new like skill set, just knowledge. I wasn't even quite sure that I would get into it. But I did have a little bit of student loans. And so I bought a property in Levine. I got licensed. I bought a house. And me being like such a rule follower, you had to like hold for a year. And I know people were breaking that rule, but I was like, I break the rule. And thank God I flipped it just before the crash, right?
Oh, awesome.
So I was able to pay off my student debt. But then I kind of got like bit by the bug. And even like growing up, we were military. We moved all the time. And so, you know, you don't really have memories before the age of 4. I do. And it's of our house. And I probably can't even remember like one of my childhood best friends, like in the 2nd grade. But I remember the house. I remember every single house. So I've always been like drawn to that. And so I thought like, you know, this just makes sense. And then I got really lucky because my first broker, Diane Mark, old timer, right? Just this strong.
What brokerage was it?
Her own. It was literally
Diane
just
Mark.
her. Diane Mark. Like back in the day when she got divorced, she had these 2 boys to feed. And she kind of like started the property management game in Phoenix. Like she was the go-to property management gal. And so she was at the time before, like she got into real estate, she was like a home ec teacher. So you take this woman from the South, right? Who's just a total straight shooter. I mean, there was like no, and you know, she would just no bones about it. Like she just say what she had to say. So I learned so much from her. She taught me how to make my first turkey, like peach cobbler, right? Pecan pie, and all things real estate. It was very nurturing. It was, but yeah, I it was like the perfect person to learn from. And then really, I mean, it was like then with Heather and then with you. So I don't, you know, I'm very loyal and haven't like bounced around. I just kind of like find my people and like stick with my people. Mm-hmm. But I'm really fortunate to land with Diane like right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And it's still like who I am to this day. I also make no bones about it. I say what I have to say. And of course, in the nicest way possible, always.
Yeah, not that we get fired from anything, but like you speak your mind, which is good, you know, and it's like, I mean, we had a agent we got rid of a while back that spoke his mind and cost us a lot of business.
Yeah.
But the reality is like you have to know when to stand up, you know, when a seller needs to hear what they need to hear and not what they want to hear.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing still to say. I'm like, or that's a Matthewism actually, or it's just like, so do you want me to continue telling you what you want to hear, or do you want to hear what you need to hear? Like,
yeah. I have to sleep at night. So of course have I lost listings because I'm honest?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
So in this market, I think, I have to touch on that because I feel like in this market that is so important. And I've had this conversation a few times over the past couple of weeks about like pricing and setting that expectation for price. Yeah. And I heard this on a podcast. I wish I could remember which one, but this saying that unspoken expectations are pre-planned resentments. And I was thinking about that like in a real estate context of like listings and sellers and agents, right? If the seller is expecting you to sell it at their price in a X amount of time, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Yeah. But then on the reverse side of that, as the agent, if you're not setting that expectation of, hey, here are the facts, here are the days on market, here are the comps, here's what your home is worth, and being really candid and direct about that, you're also setting the whole transaction up for failure.
It's a tricky balance. And I think, you know, for me, you know, what I've learned is and let's be honest, I feel like it's always our fault when things don't go the way that our clients want them to. Yeah. So to be forthright and to be honest, it's almost like you're kind of putting a stamp on it. Like, and you can't, you know, of course, and I would never go to my client and say, well, I told you so. Right. Can't say that either. But at least I kind of, like I said, I do sleep well at night. Yeah. And I've always staying in that integrity and honesty.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I like your strategy too of like, you know, I think I know you've talked about it on the podcast of like, hey, we'll try this price, but we need to include like an addendum or like a understanding that if we don't have offers or showings in the first 2 weeks, we're going to come down to this price.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to give with a seller. They almost need to be proven that they're not going to get a specific number no matter how confident you are. Because otherwise, you got 5 agents out there like, yeah, you think you can get that? I mean, we know who all they are, but
we do.
They'll just promise the seller that price and they're just convinced. So they sign with that agent when they know that your marketing's better, your negotiation skills are better, you have more experience. But it's like sometimes you need to have that conversation with the seller, and rarely wrong, but every once in a while I am. Yeah.
You and I lost a listing in Anthem, right? Because that agent, right, was saying, "Oh, that,"
promising a high price.
I am a nerd, so I love to drill down numbers, you know, and the real reports. Like, remember, I was like, "This is really making me mad because this
was a past client of mine." Like, like they were
past clients. So we drilled down the numbers, and I literally I had it all there, but I've learned my lesson, like not to leave it there. Because they're going to look at it and be like, oh, see, this guy's saying 2 and Chris and Steph are saying 1,835. Well, what do you think it sold for?
He listed it to 2. Like, I'm like, there's no way in hell he's going to get it. And she's like,
it sold for 182.
Yeah, exactly what we told
and
him.
we were like, and exactly
just
where
so you know,
Lynn
them. Did text me and she's like, you guys are right on the pricing. You know, I'm sorry we went that route. We should have just gone with you. But it was like,
and it sucks losing. Like it's
kind of a kick in the.
Well, look at that delta. I mean, that's $125,000 that they potentially left on the table because they tried that higher price. And how long? Do you remember how long it took?
Oh gosh, I mean, they were on a tight time. It was like what, 60 days or something?
They told us they were going to give them like 30 days to get it sold, and then they gave them 60.
They gave them 60, and it's.
The thing is, sellers just don't like inconvenience. Like they just want to pick an agent and run with it. But that said, it's like it's really easy to take a bunch of listings if you're willing to overprice.
I always say we're not in the listing business. We're in the selling business.
Yeah.
And I say that to sellers sometimes, like, I am not in the listing business. I'm here to help you sell your home.
Yeah.
I'm here to sell.
But think about the agents out there that are willing to take whatever listing at whatever price, right? Yeah. So they're getting signs in the yard and everything, but they spend no money on video, no money on pay-per-click, no money on retargeting, no money on ads.
Yeah.
They're not in newspapers are on billboards, and they just don't have that spend. So it's like we don't have that luxury of overpromising and being okay with the listing canceling every week, right? It's like when we take something on, we want to sell it, right? Yeah. I mean, I had that one listing on Exeter. I mean, I think I was like $15,000-$16,000 into that thing, and a week away from the expiration. And I mean, we had 60 some odd showings on it, and luckily they were very understanding people and gave us another 30 days, and we got it sold. But when you're spending money on a listing, you're a little bit more picky about what you take.
Yeah, your burn rate. I mean, and whether it's a $400,000, I just said yes to another one in Westbrook Village. Like, can't say no. And same, like the top-notch photography, spending money virtually staging, advertising, you name it. And then a $3 million listing, and it gets the same, everyone gets treated the same.
Yeah.
They deserve to be treated the same.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for that one yesterday you called me about. That one got treated a little bit different.
A little bit.
That one has legal.
We got a referral from one of my network agents that I'm good friends with, and
he got the call too.
Yeah, that one has legal issues, so there's a little bit of a different take on
maybe some safety issues for Steph.
Steph's like, I don't care about the price. I want to take care of her. Then when she called me, she's like,
so I can't take care of her. So
I'm like, these sound like Matthew questions, but like the house, like they didn't know if it was vacant or not. The house, she knows. Like,
she knows somebody's there. Stephanie, you go over there and see if it's vacant or not. I'm like, I'm not going to 22nd
we charge extra
Thomas.
For evictions, because put your life. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, no,
we try to take care of every referral we get in, but
and she
that
got
one was
a great
undoable.
Attorney referral. So
there we go.
So it still helps.
I know we can't really talk too much about that deal, but it's you never know. Sometimes it's a $7 million house, and sometimes it's a $300,000 house.
Yeah. So. Like I always say, I have like an S on my forehead, and it doesn't stand for Steph. It's like sucker. I can't help myself.
She gets invested.
I'm sometimes maybe a little too invested, but I think in this business, like you have to lean into who you are. And I'm a mother hen. I'm a nurturer first, always, right? And so like I carry that forward into my business, and it's really served me well. But sometimes I'm like, say no.
Yeah.
No. Can't do it.
So let's move forward to like you remember the call? Like you probably remember it better than I do. And I'm like, hey,
we're starting
team,
RETSY.
We're leaving launch.
I didn't get the call. I was so new to the team that I wasn't on the group text. So you set up a call, a Zoom call.
Yeah, Zoom.
And I wasn't on it. So I got the call at 8:00 at night, and you were like, I'm so sorry. But we had this call today, and this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it. And you can just, if you want to stay at launch, like you can stay. I feel terrible that like we just kind of.
Stuff's like, I'm joining the team. It's like we're leaving launch.
We're leaving, and I was all in. I was all in.
You were ride or die.
I
can't remember what you said, but it's something to the tune of like 100% agree with you.
Yeah, my line, like, don't threaten me with a good time. But Gary was in the room, and we were he's, in my opinion, like one of the best ad agency minds, creative minds in.
He's in Madison Avenue, I mean, like he came up with the slogan for like
he's like
oregonos and stuff.
Like Don Draper, it's like Mad Men. You know what I mean? Like he's so creative. But when he was like, "What's this? What's RETSY?" And of course, your brother is like, oh, well, it's because I can SEO it because I did. I'm like, but what? And you're like, that's real estate technology. I'm like, but people are going to like,
Technology Systems LLC was the first
that
LLC.
was what it was. So it's RETSY, right? And it was confusing to me. So we came up with that real estate that sells you. Because I was just convinced. And Gary, did the logo. And it's like a beautiful logo. Yeah. And what I didn't realize, and I should have, is that like, everything you touch turns to gold. And so like literally in a very short matter of time, RETSY became a household name. And we were like, we got to drop this slogan. We don't need this tag anymore because it was so fast it just caught fire for all the right reasons. And I mean, because we really brought on the right agents, right?
Yeah, it's just, the name was kind of catchy, like from the very beginning. And I mean, I was working on the QR code software, and it was I think I had the Real Estate Technology Systems LLC, and Jake's like, that's a really shitty name. And so then I started backwards researching what was available SEO, like what you said. And then it was just then we tried really hard to make it mean something, right? So we took the acronym RETSY and turned it, Gary came up with real estate that sells you. And I liked it. We actually have logos. I still have a shirt that says
I'm sure
it,
you
right?
still have a t-shirt, right?
But the beautiful thing about the evolution of a brand is you don't need a slogan.
No.
We even dropped our icon. I mean, we're just RETSY, and it's recognizable.
Pretty quickly. I think it was lightning fast. It was I feel like it was such a disruptor in especially because we're so, we're hyper-local with Arcadia and PV, but it was such a disruptor. And people realized it very quickly. And the caliber of agents that we were able to bring on, I mean, I've never seen anything like that. And I do think it kind of speaks to, it's the same, my first impression of you is and I say this and I mean it, nicest, smartest guy in the room. Except for maybe when Matt Morrison's in the room too. I don't know.
He's my favorite.
Right? It's he's probably giving you a run for your money there. But it wasn't, there was nothing trite about it. It was so authentic. It was really just kind of us approaching people and sharing the vision and all the things that you wanted to achieve at, launch that they were foolish to not incorporate.
Well, there's just, for the record, a lot of the partners in the launch fully endorsed everything I did. There's just that one guy, and we just kept butting heads. And it just got to the point where it's you got to do something different, Yeah. And, I think everything I promised from every one of those meetings we've delivered. And
I think you've over-delivered.
Yeah.
It's what's that, under-promise or whatever, deliver. But you made promises and kept them and then elevated and still and that is, I think, just part of our culture. It's constant. We're always looking to up our game and what can you add. And I think the agents, they feel it. They feel the support. It is, without sounding like cliche, we are very unique and special.
Yeah.
And
we do a really good job of making sure that it stays that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we're not out to grow the company to thousands of agents, but I mean, that said, it's some of the principles that we took from the beginning were principles of launch. The whole idea was take the best of the best, only let them in, be restrictive. And then it's 3 years in or 4 years in, it was just they just kept hiring agent after agent. And I'm this agent didn't even sell a deal in the last 3 years. What are we doing? So it's having standards, but staying to them, right? I feel everybody starts a company this is what we're going to do, right? And then they just adopt to whatever works. Where we took a hard line on a lot of people and wouldn't take them. And it was painful at that time, but way beneficial for the future.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Even letting go of some people that we had to let go of. We had a huge producer we had to let go of. And what I didn't realize is we were going to have 5X what he produced by removing them from the company.
We talked about that. It was and I don't know many brokerages that would have taken a hard line in the sand like that. Yeah. And that's what we talked about is who is not doing business with us because of that, and never look back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I gotta admit, at some moments it's kind of even I was oh shit, this is working out.
We're really doing it.
I guess we got to deliver on all these promises.
Yeah, but she did, and
we're the first brokerage to universally bring out a QR code system. A lot of copycats out there, but none of them have the tech that we have.
Yeah, and I think too what I loved is because I basically am like Glenda, right? Challenged it. Well, Glenda can do it, and it's well, Stephanie can do it. Anybody can do it. But yeah, sometimes I think you have too much confidence in me. You're just, go do post here. And I'm yeah, I can do that.
She's referring to the Glenda story.
It's like
it was
Glenda can scan a
COVID.
QR
We went
code.
to OSO. Back then, like you could only walk up to the counter and order food and walk away with your mask on. And like my mom pulled out her phone and like scanned a QR code, and I was like she
can do it.
I mean, she'd still have a flip phone right now if I'd let her.
Yeah, she would.
But
I probably would
when
too.
I saw that, I was like, yeah, no, QR codes are the future, right? And I wanted to bring it to launch, but I was already 1 foot out the door, and I'm like, here's how this is going to go down, and but it's what we do with the QR codes and the retargeting and making it's just common sense marketing. But
now everyone's trying to do it.
Everybody's trying to do it, but they don't have the software.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, literally, the code lives on here and
you white label
in GitHub, and and it's owned by us.
Yeah.
So, that said, it's like, I mean, it was eye opening, but you guys like got it. Do you remember the first time we assembled all those signs?
Yeah, in your garage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's like we started off in a small office, and then it's just like. And you guys challenged me on some stuff, but like, I think at the end of the day, like things just tend to work out for me. Like I don't get overly stressed about it. It's a little bit of the Al Fuentes in me of like, what are you so worried about? Like
it's the Midas touch. It's like the Morrison Midas touch. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
But yeah.
I listen, I like when you approach me, it's like, I'm no dummy. Right?
I feel like we've known each other forever. I forgot about that call of like, I know you just joined the team today, but we're leaving launch.
Yeah. I was all in. And like zero regrets. And I quickly I obviously like approached and still do love bringing agents on. Sandra Gare, right? Who we love. Like, that was organic. Like we did a deal together. Yeah. I was like, she is so sharp and so kind. I mean, and she just has like this lovely energy, like she's stoic, and so I'm always kind of like sniping wherever I can, because I know like what your standards are.
Steph's very good at preaching the gospel of RETSY, and then all of a sudden I get a call for a lunch, and I brag about the fact that we don't have a recruiter, but like you're when you speak with agents, you're like, you just got to sit down with Chris. You got to see what we have. And I think with Sandra, I mean, like we delivered on everything. And not only that, I just don't feel like she had any support at her previous brokerage. She was on this island where she was like the 1%. And then she comes into RETSY and she's kind of in the middle of the pack and then growing, Yeah,
she's crushing it.
But in also seeing all the support at her broker opens and some of the deals and the people she can call for advice and vice versa. Like she's there for a lot of agents that need advice also. So,
well, and then let's be honest. I mean, like
we got to get her on the podcast.
You do. She's got a pretty
she's busy right now.
She's a little busy right now, but she has a really cool story and a cool background. But I like love bringing people together. I mean, like it's a very special culture. It's very important to me to,
Steph hosts the ladies happy hour, which you've never been to, but
he's been invited, but he's
I'm the
only guy that's allowed to be there, and Gary.
I thought we were like, let's bring Matt in. Like, he's got to get back to the kids, and
I never got an invite. I think Chris likes being the only guy there.
Then we could get. So he has. So
ladies happy hour for those who are listening is, we have a lot of female agents at RETSY, right? And
we are very female forward.
And the ladies happy hour was like, let's do a networking event, some wine, some food, let's get together. And then next thing you know, we're like kicking them out of the house at like 10:30 p.m.
and it's
like
anything
shutting
but,
it down.
There's like there's not a lick of networking. It's hilarious, right? I don't even think we talk about business. It's
just
so
a good time,
organically good. And I'm a girl's girl through and through. Yeah. So I just live for it. And I also love, he has like a trophy boss shirt. Gary puts on the trophy husband shirt. They see drinks. I make him wear it. You're a trophy broker. Like, if you want to come to the happy hour, you got to play by the rules.
Gary wears the trophy husband shirt, and then she gave me this one trophy boss. I'm like, Stephanie, I'm not wearing this, and you're like, you're fucking wearing it. Oh, you're wearing it. And you're being the bartender tonight.
Yeah.
So
do you want to be uninvited? You'll be uninvited.
Exactly.
I was like, yes, I want to be uninvited. She's like, get your ass over here.
And it's always such a good time. I mean,
I have a blast.
Like we just, all we do is like cut up and laugh, and it's genuinely special what we have.
Yeah.
And this is
that's a part of the culture, right?
Yeah.
Like I say, you always have the copycats out there, but none of them really understand. Like you can have the ingredients, but you don't understand the recipe.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of the recipe is how you build that culture.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just happen overnight. Like
it doesn't. And some of these women have become like my dearest friends.
Yeah.
And it's not, and we're all competitive by nature.
Yeah.
We're not competitive with one another. Like if everybody is working hard, there's plenty to go around. I've always said that. But like we travel together. I mean, my God, 4 of us were just at Bruno Mars weeks ago at till 2 a.m. Like we're like we have any business.
Which 4?
Yeah, do you want to guess?
I know.
I'm never good at that. Oh, you know?
I do.
Matt pays better attention than I do.
We had so much fun. I can't even tell you. I mean, paid for it the next day. Like it was brutal. But yeah,
I can
it was
imagine Bruno
Mary
Mars is pretty
Grassel,
awesome.
Christy Pileman, Angela Phillips. Like we've, the 4 of us, and we travel together. It's genuine. It's just a really special, genuine like connection that we have. And I think, especially like because real estate, we're female forward, but real estate in general has like a lot of women.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the business.
Most of the powerhouses are with our brokerage. I mean, these are agents I've looked up to for decades.
Yeah. And like, why wouldn't I want to have them at my house and surround myself by like dynamic and powerful women? It's contagious.
Yeah. We've talked about that in previous podcasts, but I also kind of feel like when you surround yourself with the best in the industry, it just elevates everyone.
It does. It does. And everyone like has each other's back. There isn't a single agent at this brokerage that I couldn't, I felt like I couldn't pick up the phone and call and get, advice or support or whatever it is. And so well done.
Yeah. So do you want to go in how you got coined my Fountain Hills wife? Let's cause some conspiracy here.
I mean, and Kelly will say, "Oh, Chris, it's your Fountain Hills wife is calling." That's a cool story because we started with one listing.
Was that the Benz?
That was the Benz. Yeah, the Benz, and we set a record for that. So and then this is a great
this
testament
is like a Darrow Canyon, high end Fountain Hills.
And everyone teases me because like I love Fountain Hills. I know people, it's sleepy or whatever. I'm like, I love Fountain Hills. I've sold a lot out there. I love driving out there. I'm instantly like relaxed when I get there.
Yeah.
Where you know me, like I have my bubble. I don't like to leave it.
Yeah.
Leave the bubble all the time. I got to get a better car. Like this, maybe we should switch. You drive the Tahoe. I'll take the Rivian because I am like Westbrook Village, Fountain Hills, Troon. Like it's wild. But we set a record for that first house. Yeah. And this is like a testament to like the direct mailers. They work. Those just sold postcards. Like they work. And so
especially in Fountain Hills, people just rush to the mailbox. Like, I can't wait for the next real estate marketing postcard to come out.
Yeah. And so you and I were on the postcard. And so we went we got a listing appointment. And that's still to this day is probably one of my favorite houses. It was just so well done. It was all like restoration. I mean, it was just beautiful.
I still regret not buying that art piece.
Oh, you should have. You got the leather couches, right?
Yeah, I bought a lot of their furniture and stuff. But like that one art piece, they wanted it. And I was like, let's let them have it. And I have a thing with art where it's like it gets stuck in my head and it's like I got to have it. But that piece is really cool.
Yeah, you blew that one.
You should call that buyer. Like,
but we
still want that art piece?
You know what? I wonder
Chris can afford to pay more now.
I bet you should sell it to you. They were nice. They were lovely people. But it had like this view of Red Rock, and so we were out by the pool, kind of walking around, talking to. I think that was right. That was right when we inked Forbes.
Yeah.
And
it was literally the first deal that I ever put that on the table.
And so what we were up against, it's like a little subdivision. It was like Camelot Homes, right? And the agent that was like he sold, and that's so we were going up against him,
like the dominating agent in the neighborhood. He sold way more than we had. Yeah.
And
I think the seller even told us like, hey, we're like 99% sure we're going to go with this agent.
They were very forthright with us.
I think I've told this story, but Stephanie's like witnessing it and saying it the same way. So it's like it's justification for me.
It was like this light bulb moment, and you were debating like, should I?
I don't know that I even told you at that point, but I'm like, I'm going to just throw this on the table as like a Hail Mary. It's like, hey, we were really hoping, because we'd already accepted the fact we're probably not going to get the listing, but like we were really hoping this would be one of the first listings featured on Forbes Global Properties.
We definitely decided to shoot our shot.
Because Forbes Global Properties came to town, they chose RETSY, right? Yeah. And now we're an exclusive member for them. You see him type in his iPad keyboard, and he turns out, he's like, "This Forbes Global Properties?"
He lit up like a Christmas tree. It was such a visual, like you said, well, we, exclusive of, and it was like, what?
Everybody wants to be in Forbes. Everybody wants to see their homes in Forbes, right? And the exposure it brings. I mean, I think he just understood that we had a dynamic that worked, right?
Well, that's why he thought, they said, they were like, "You guys are just so good together. You guys are married, right?" And I said, "Do you want us to be?" Because,
whatever it takes to sign that document right there in front of you.
Yeah.
This wasn't even like a press hard 3 copies situation.
And
this
out in
is
Fountain Hills, you see there's a lot of old timers out there, and they're on their cards together. And so Chris and I are like, we could go do like a JCPenney style photo shoot. I'll do it.
Like the Step Brothers photo?
Exactly. Just like we would crush it, right? And then Kelly would be fully on board. She
thought it was hilarious.
Whatever you got to do to get the deal. But no.
I forgot it happened on that one. I thought it was the first Adara one. But,
no, it was that one. It was that one.
And it was the ongoing joke forever. I'm like, anytime I get a listing in Fountain Hills, call, it's like, hey.
Yeah.
Steph,
and we've done
I got one.
Fire Rock. And, that's where, we've had a lot of clients like land out there. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, though, like if you're working at Scottsdale Shea, or like you want to be close to Scottsdale, but you don't want to pay that price per square foot. I mean, well, Fountain Hills has gone up a lot, but back then it was like a really good deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that one
for what
that
you got
sold,
for like a 15-minute drive, like it was worth every penny.
Every penny. But that Adara Canyon has lit that little pocket on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. We set a couple records in there. I forget that we got that from the postcards.
Yeah.
So like RETSY for every agent on every listing sends out postcards. And some neighborhoods, it just works really well, right?
And sometimes I'm like, maybe I don't send
It's almost pointless. In Arcadia, it's pointless. PV, it's probably pointless. Parts of North Scottsdale, it's pointless. But then it's you go out to Surprise and send out like 250 postcards. It's like,
I know.
Holy cow.
I've been doing so much Sun City lately. Like and I talked about this kind of on Instagram. Like there's different spheres and that you have in real estate, right? So Chrissy, my work wife, as you love to call her, she is in her 30s, and she's like, it's diamonds, diapers, death, divorce, right? Yeah. Maybe degrees, but listen, these poor college kids aren't buying jack these days, right? So it's like those are the 4 Ds. She gets like the diamonds and the diapers. Her friends are getting married and they're having babies. I am 47 this year. It's like there's been death, divorce, and it's like this is my sphere. Like
it's so true.
It's just the evolution of it, right? And I mean, it really is an honor. And it's also sad. I've had quite a few like trust death situations. I think 5 this year alone.
Yeah.
And that Tahoe is like loaded up with donation items. I'm taking to White Dove for people. Like it's a really like tough transaction. And I'm emotional, person. Kind of like that, the empath curse, but it also just goes back to like really leaning into who you are. When people are like, oh, take the emotion out of it. I'm a hogwash. Pour it in, right? Yeah. Like love on your people so hard and just take such good care of them. And it doesn't mean like, oh, you're emotional about negotiation or whatever, you have to have ice water in your veins. But yeah, I'm in that sphere now.
Yeah.
It's like, gosh, getting old.
But you're well suited to handle those transactions too.
Well, thank you.
Because of that.
Yeah.
So you generally care about your clients, and I've seen you get steamed up over something where, like, I have this thing with Stephanie, like, it's the first breath she takes when she's about to start talking to me, I can tell, like, how bad it's going to be or how pissed off she is. Because if it's like
yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
She's going to go full scorched earth.
But if it's she's like, oh, hey, what you up to? Like, if it's a short breath, I'm like, okay, just to check in. I'm like, but that said, it's like you do care about your clients.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just, the most recent one, this is kind of a crazy story. So I have my listing in Troon, and God bless Forewarn, right? I get an email from this guy, and it seems legit. And I plug him in, and I'm like, yeah, I am totally safe. This guy is actually kind of like, if this is who I think it is, like kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So he didn't want my listing, unfortunately, but I saw like, okay, I'm gonna like really then dial in, like, what are you looking for? And he was very honest with me. Yeah. I don't want to waste your time. I'm looking at some in DC Ranch with, Alan McDonald, who we all like know and love. And I'm like, oh, he's great. Like, yeah, that's really like, but let me tell you about, have you heard of Sereno Canyon? Are you familiar with Story Rock? And we went out and we looked at properties, and he said, if you find me something, like I will stick with you. I will go with you. And I'm like, I'm going to really like try to run with this. Right. And we identified a property, and I know Sereno Canyon well. I know the sales reps really well, very friendly with all of them. And that's kind of always been like, that's my secret sauce, is like, I'm going to befriend the agents. I'm going to approach this like we are all one unit, one team. And we saw this listing. Listing agent was the tenant had a dog there, and she was like terrified. It was in the casita, right? And at the end of the showing, she's like, the tenant wants me to bring this dog back in the house, but I was attacked by a dog when I was a kid. I'm terrified. I'm like, Mary, I've got you. Like, I've never met like a puppy or a baby that I didn't love. So help her out. He decides he wants to write on this property. It hasn't even been on the market for like a week, right? And it's getting good activity. And I know that like it's worth every penny. Like the view is insane, and they don't even sell those like view lots anymore. So it's just like few and far between. But this is obviously like a very successful business guy, right? And he wants to, it was like what, $400,000 off he wanted to offer. So I have to like poke holes in everything and really get friendly with the agent and doing all this analysis and just trying to find a way. And I'm thinking there's no way. And now I'm bummed because he's going to spend money here, or he's going to go big and just buy in DC Ranch with this other agent, right? So I was feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm not going to get it. There's just no way. So we get the counter offer, and I call him and I'm like, sign it. Like, I don't know, like this is a crazy, crazy price on this house. Like, you need to sign this counter offer before they change their mind. We took this guy to church, right? And so he's thrilled. Like, we lock it up. His wife comes to town. I meet her for the first time, and we're chatting, and I'm like, are you happy? Like, you're seeing it for the first time. She goes, he's so good at what he does. She goes, but this is our 19th home together. And he called me the day he met you and was like, I just met the warmest agent, and she's sharp. She's so nice. And I was like, oh, see, if everybody just be nice. Like it works. Yeah. And she said, 19 homes, and this is what he says about you. She goes, you're the best agent we've ever worked with. Oh, I was like, come on. Like, that's like, really?
This is really recent, right? I remember this whole story.
This is really recent. And I was like, hot dog. Like, see, you catch more flies with honey. You do. Save the sharp elbows for when you need them. And I have them, and you've seen it. Yeah. But I rarely do I have to use them.
Yeah. Well, it's just, with certain clients, we can't wait for that closing date so that we don't get those calls. And then certain clients, you always want to check in with. And
I've been so lucky.
Like, as real estate agents, it's like, a lot of people look at our profession as disposable, and then they try to do it themselves. And then they realize how valuable we can be in the industry and to that specific buyer. But I can think of story after story of like people with bad experiences. Yeah. And, once they have a good experience, it's like they'll rarely change.
Oh, yeah. So. There's a lot of talk of AI and all of this. And I'm present to it. I think it makes us nervous. But but it's like those moments, or it's like when you're, kind of literally, like I said, like you're taking stuff to the Salvation Army and White Dove for your clients. Like, we're not replaceable. If you operate at that, you vibrate at that level, like I don't find myself replaceable. I don't think we should look at ourselves as replaceable. When you really try to bring value to every single transaction, They feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an interesting call from a guy like this week, and I never even got the address out of him. I didn't let the call go that far, but he just started. He's like, "You're the third realtor I've called, and you're the only one that picked up the phone." And he's like, "I hate working with realtors." I'm like,
"Yeah, this is going to be fun."
I'm like, "Okay, been on this call before, but I'm like, how can I help?" He's like, "I got a house I want to list," and I'm like, "Oh, right now I'm not taking on any new clients." And he's like, "Okay, click."
Send him to me. I'll melt his icy heart.
No, you could tell this guy was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and not only that, but like, I'm pretty nice on the phone. And it's like, I was like, what a jerk.
Yeah,
like,
just coming out swinging.
Yeah. Like,
why?
Yeah, I'm not taking on any listings.
Oh,
Nor do I want anybody on our team working with him or at RETSY. Like, he was pretty rude about it, too.
And you're very protective, so.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
It'd be one thing to attack other agents, but when you're throwing me in the bucket and then you start like throwing
wrong,
like, sorry, dude,
wrong
you don't
person
know
to
who
call.
you're dealing with right now.
Wrong person to call. Yeah, I love that.
But it's like, that brings up another point. It's like we're in an industry where you just got to pick up your phone.
I literally and it's so funny, I just posted about that. And then I talked to Chrissy shortly after, and I was like, and she was saying the same thing. I'm like, oh, you must have, like, you saw my post. She's like, no, I didn't see. What did you post about? I'm like, agents not picking up their phones. And she's like, no, I didn't see your post, but what is in the water? Yeah. Like, what is actually, how can you not pick up your phone?
It's so difficult now. We have our phone numbers everywhere, right? And I'm like, if 1 out of 30 of my calls is actually a client, and the other 20 or like 29 are spam calls or people trying to sell us something, it's like, you still have to pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone.
I do have the Apple screening service on there where it's just like, state your name and the reason for calling. Your number's not programmed in Chris's phone, essentially.
I think it did that to me, like when I don't know, something.
I was migrating something over.
Yeah, you're doing something. And I was like, just started to mess with you. I'm like, on Just Tacos.
Yeah, but I mean, just in this podcast, let's see how many calls have I missed. And I'll tell you, 22. Roofing exchange, I can guarantee that was a junk call. These are the ones I actually have to call back.
Just don't show me how many like unread messages you have, because that makes my blood pressure go through the roof. Like,
yeah, I'm getting better at it, but the thing is like we have a good team, and I can lean on you guys. I know when I hand a client off that you guys just run with it. I know with you, it's like, I'm going to get the updates every single week. And I know that like if the client, anything goes astray, you're like, you got to call them on this.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I'll find you. Right.
Yeah.
But I also like take it as a challenge. Like when I have to call you, I'm almost like disappointed in myself. I'm like, I don't want to bother. Like and I know you're accessible and all of that, but
do you remember,
like the whole point is like, you give me the ball and I'm going to run with it and I'm going to crush it. And then.
Do you remember 57th when I called you? I'm like, hey, can I think I own like 30 open house signs, but I don't know where they are. Like,
you didn't know where they are.
Steph went into immediate defensive mode, like, where do you need a set? Like, I could do it today. And I'm like, no. Like, I promised Scott, like, I'd sit this one, like the first big one, this house that we've been building. We're super proud of it. Like, I want to sit it. And I was like, I go in my garage. I'm like, where are all my like team open house signs? And I was like, Stephanie's like, are you sure I can't sit it for you? I'm like, no, I'm gonna just do this one. I want to know that I. Like, but our team is so good at like booking the open houses, scheduling the open houses, setting them, converting buyers into buyers that buy the houses. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, you guys are really good at that. And, but it was just kind of funny because you're like, I'll do it. What do you mean you're doing?
Like,
so
even
giving
it's like,
in your time and how you. Yeah.
And what did my mother said to me yesterday? Stop volunteering.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah. It's just my nature, right? And she wasn't talking about, or it wasn't work related, but it was like,
the culture you help build with RETSY. I mean, it's also within our team. I mean, you're close with everyone on the team. We got Sydney in the room right now, like putting out fires for me left and right.
Love my
putting out fires, but I mean, like, it's that culture. It's like when I'm sitting with Kelly watching whatever the hell she wants to watch at night, because I'm like busy working on Connect on my laptop and she's watching TV. And then she starts giggling, and then it's like you go into her Instagram, and there's all these videos. It's like Steph Tarr, and it's all Vizsla videos and dog videos.
It's all babies and dogs.
Like it's the culture, It's like,
Yeah. I mean, your wife
and then like she'll see something. She's like, this is great. I got to send it to Steph. And I was like,
I consider her like one of my closest friends.
But it's any good team, it's like you have to know each other on that level. I mean, there's teams out there that have like 40 people where the team lead can't even remember their people's names.
No.
And it's just like, I think within real estate teams, like when people are looking for a real estate team, it's like you want a team that's tight-knit, that communicates, that understands and knows each role within the process, right?
Absolutely.
Like who does the paperwork? Who does the showings? Who does the open houses? Who does this? Who handles negotiations? How's the marketing handled? Right. When do the updates go out, right?
When we're now like we're all so just so in sync. Yeah. And it, like even and it's just so nice to feel supported. Like Christy and I will get like a showing request on one of our listings. And it's like if I'm lead and she's backup, but she'll ping me right away and be like, "Do you need help with that?" And it's the same. Like and I'm like, "No, I got it." But I know like whatever I don't got it, I have you guys. Like it's nice. Yeah. Little family. Our Christmas parties are a blast too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Chef Eddie. Yeah. He just got invited to stock farms. He may come with us, fish a couple days and cook. And yeah, so one of my good friends is Eddie Matney. He's an amazing chef and restaurateur. Has been on all the TV shows.
Loves the ship set.
Yeah. Love Steph Tarr.
I love Eddie.
I'm like, Eddie, she's married. Like, you've met Gary.
He's
like
right
3
there.
times.
But you know what he said to me last time? He goes, I got to tell you, I don't know who I have a bigger crush on, you or your husband. I'm like, it's definitely my husband. Like, who doesn't love Care Bear, right? Like, everybody loves Gary, right?
Yeah. But you went over for one of them, right?
Yeah,
like,
Tillman was like baby.
Baby,
like,
I got the whole...
Steph disappeared with Tillman for like 30 minutes.
I did. I stole that baby.
I had to text her. I'm like, you got to bring the baby back, Steph. Like,
I know.
What is it? Is code?
No,
Amber
Jennifer
alert?
was a very good share that night. She got to eat like a hot meal. Like
No, it worked out fantastic.
Well, think of it. That's part of our team culture, right? Like we just come over to our living room, no business.
Yeah.
Drink wine. Eddie gets the kids involved in cooking, and sometimes the tall guy involved in cooking, and like try this.
Yeah, it's great.
He's just so great with people. I'm going to make you guys try the tartare. I don't know if I told you this story.
No, I'm not doing it. I told Sydney. I don't eat seafood. I can't.
Sydney and I's dad are close. We're friends, and we golf a lot, and we're up in Forest Highlands, and Eddie needed help with something techie. I'm like, just bring it over here. Like, I'll help you with whatever you need. I think we were helping him with like a bio or something that we'd written, but he's like, well, what are you guys doing? I'm like, well, we're going to like cook dinner here. He's like, well, what do you guys have? And it's like, well, like we have this backstrap thing and this, and Eddie's like, how about I cook and you help me with this tech stuff? I'm like, done, right?
Yeah.
He takes this like raw meat, like that I would have never thought you could eat as raw meat. Like I thought you had to cook it. And he just chops it up, throws all the seasoning in it and everything. And I'm looking at Scott and I'm looking at other Scott and I'm looking at Dave, and both of them are like, I'm not eating it.
No.
And then Eddie's like, Scott, come here to Sydney's dad. He's like, try this. And like he tried it and he goes, it's really good. He's like, Chris, try it. I'm like, and then I tried it. I was like, we crushed the whole thing. Like, it was so good. But I got lots of funny Eddie stories on the river and stuff. And
he's wild.
Well, you were with us in Idaho.
Yeah, I was with you in Idaho. Did you share the video you sent from him to me from your last trip?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I'll
it was literally the day after his birthday. We had our RETSY rendezvous event, and then I promised Eddie like I'd go fishing with him on the San Juan, right?
Chris left the rendezvous like to the airport, or did you drive?
I called Eddie. I'm like, hey, like just start driving because he's up in Flagstaff, so he's only a 5-hour drive. But I would have been 2.5 to Flag and then 5 hours, and I'm like, no, I'm just booking a last second flight to Durango. I'll drive down. I'll meet you there. I'll be there about the same time as you. And then I got to like finish some stuff that I had to get finished and get on the plane. But and he's like, how's Matthew doing? I'm like, well, yesterday was his birthday. No. And I didn't even take him out to lunch. And now I'm fishing on the river without him. And I'm with he did what did he say in the video? I don't even remember. He's like, videotape me. I want you to send this to Matt.
Yeah. He's like, happy birthday, Matt. And by the way, I think it's bullshit that your brother's out here fishing and you're working on your birthday. Don't forget, you're the boss. I'd fire his ass.
Exactly.
Just in a Chef Eddie way.
Exactly. We couldn't pull you away.
Matt is literally the only person that could fire me in our company. Like, he literally is.
Yeah.
And so he just constantly holds that over my head. And he likes Matt more than me. And
it's a testament to because very rarely do you guys like travel together, right?
Yeah.
Well, this year we have.
Yeah.
But you recently did.
Yeah.
And now we have like Carrie, Lindsay, right? Like the dream, like you guys should point being.
Yeah.
Take more trips because
the reality is when you take
hands.
trips, real estate sells, right?
It's true. Unwritten
and we have TCs that have like the knowledge base of
they're brokers. Yeah.
They are brokers. Yeah.
And it has been like, it's a game changer for my business.
Yeah.
Game changer. And I don't know many brokerages that have that. They have people that push paper, but not like the consulting that it is next level. So.
Well, it's like, who wants to volunteer for that job? You're the first person to call when people have fires, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
And I think we pay well, but like a lot of companies do not pay their DBs hardly anything, right? Mm-hmm. So then it's like, you got to take low pay, deal with all the crap.
Yeah.
And then you got to deal with the politics of the agents. And then if you're hiring anybody that can fog a mirror, a lot of those agents are wrong. So you got to sit there and try to defend them without admitting guilt. Mm-hmm. It's not the most glorious job, but
it's like property management almost. Like
who
wants to be in property management? Like you said, always putting out fires. People only call them something wrong, but they're just built for it. They have like the right personalities for it, and it's.
With Matt, he always has the best bedside manner, and I honestly
God.
I feel like we've paid for you to get a Juris Doctorate in real estate law,
as much as we've paid Michael and Rick Mack over the years. Yeah.
Do you know though behind this, because I talk to RETSY agents all the time, socially, like whatever. Yeah. They are always singing your praises. I don't know if it's said to you like often enough, but it is like you are one of the it's like you're the glue, and it's not lost on anybody how lucky we are. Truly, because you are accessible, but. And you'll be like driving, you're commuting in, and I'll tell you something, and you're like, oh, you know the line of the contract. Well, line da da da. It's wild. And I know that everybody feels that way. We've got deep support in this brokerage.
Oh, thank you. Well, there's a few lines that I have memorized. I don't have the whole contract memorized, but there's a few that come up.
No, listen,
there's a few that come up, but. Carrie and Lindsay are a huge help, and we have a group chat, the three of us, and I bounce stuff off of them too. It's like, hey, here's the situation, like here's the verbiage, like any tweaks, like because they see a lot more of it than I do. So
they're super talented, and to have that type of that's why it's just like agents working with really knowledgeable TCs not only protects the brokerage, the broker, the client, the agent, but it just, it's how everything should be run.
Well, so many of us have backgrounds where, I'm very hands-on with my transactions, and I at least feel like, that, and sometimes I won't bother Carrie, and I'll, put a contract in front of her. I'm like, how did I do? She's like, you did great, because you get out of practice.
Yeah,
I'm not ballsy enough to write my own contract.
Oh my gosh!
When I'm
we
going to
did
give
it for
to
years.
Carrie, it's like Carrie, here's what I need.
We did it for years and years and years, and all of a sudden, then you get like a good TC in your corner, and it changes your business. In fact, Sandra Gare, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm up until 2:00 in the morning. This was prior, and I'm like, you're going to notice a market difference when you and she, even to this day, is like, that it changed everything for me. Giving but it's hard to let go, and it's hard to trust and to delegate when you're so used to doing everything your own. But it is.
Well, think of most top performers at companies. Like, there are no TCs in the company. Like, usually you have to grow your team large enough to hire one full time.
Right.
They don't have that shared culture like we do. It's like, Carrie will take off the Stephanie hat and put on the Chris hat whenever she's writing something for me, and then vice versa. And and then I remember I had one, I actually stumped her the other day. And I think you ended up writing the addendum for me, but I'm like, we got to move up closing on this deal, but only if their house closes. And it wasn't a contingent deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's just moving up closing. I created a contingency, and Carrie's like, Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to call Matt on this one.
Sometimes
like,
we stump
like,
through.
I got you. I'm like,
sometimes it happens. It's rare.
Yeah.
But it's just so nice because, I mean, like, truly, I am always in my car. And I think that most agents are. I mean, when we got our latest Tahoe, Gary was like, "You're not going to eat in that car, are you?" I'm like, "I'll die. Like, I will literally starve to death." I think it's the first thing I did. Yeah, hot bagel, meatball sandwiches. Like, it's the wheels are off. But that's just it. It's like I know what needs to get, like, what I want to say or what I need done, and I can just call Carrie and just work through it verbally, and I don't lose any time in my day. Yeah. And I mean, like, the productivity and marketing too. Like, how many brokerages have, like, what we have on our marketing team? Alex, you know how much he's got like the flyers and all the things flying at him. And he knew that I was kind of in a pinch, and he just moved mountains for me. And then he texted me, and he's like literally tracking the flyers, like, "Steph, they're at your door."
Yeah.
What brokerage has that?
Nobody does. Nobody cares that much.
Nobody has that.
Plus, it's like you look at how many QR codes. I have my dashboard up here, like, that they're making a day to put on brochures and on signs and different things and, like, different marketing pieces that are going out.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they just handle it all seamlessly. But, I mean, that's what all brokerages should do for their agents.
They absolutely should. You know, and Darian, I remember my friend used to own a brokerage. It's not anymore. But at the time when we got Darian, he was like, I can't believe you guys got Darian. Like, you know how lucky you are to have Darian. I'm like, yeah. She's great. She's amazing. And I had a postcard come back the other day, and I had virtually staged it in the way that we have the one, she just kind of lays out the postcards. It's kind of like a offshoot of our marketing team, right? And the way she laid it out, I was like, it was like this and virtually staged. I was like, can we, like, bury that in the disclaimer on the backside? Because it's like and so she just
do you have to disclose that? I don't even.
You do, but I was like, does it need to be like in neon lights? And so she's like, well, let me ask. She looped Darian into the conversation. What's the rules on this? No, Steph's fine. Like, you can bury it there. But I did notice that the reverse out white, like, she caught, like, a mistake on my postcard that I didn't see because I'm not a designer. And I'm like, man, she just not only got back right away, but caught something that, you know, maybe wouldn't have looked as good. Like, it's just, you feel like
our people care. They
have
look
our
at
backs. Yeah.
I was just looking. We had a couple days we're averaging 272 scans. Sorry, I went to look at how many, like, QR codes are made in a day. Like, they usually can predict the whole future of RETSY. How many QR codes are created means that we have more listings coming in, more marketing going out, more files that Matthew needs to achieve.
I don't know how they keep up, but they do.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. I mean, because when we started the company, you were with me, and that first scan on Molly Frederick's sign on 56th Street, it was like the first one that registered. I was like, yes. Yeah. First marketing retargeting campaign. Well, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but
I like
keep
it.
doing it.
But I like it.
I like it.
I always say that, like, you're like Oz behind the curtain. I glaze over. I try to keep up, but it's just, I stay in my lane. Like, I don't understand it. And that's why you and I do well in listing presentations, right?
Yep.
You can kind of speak to all that. And
I do understand our tech and what we do behind it. And I believe in it. Like, I mean, everything we do, I mean, spending money on marketing and getting more eyeballs on a listing always nets a seller a higher amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, you can't convince me otherwise, right?
No.
And the default agents and the default companies, it's like, I'm sorry, but you know, when you're not doing the same type of marketing we're doing, they don't get it. So
no,
some do.
Yeah,
some do. But that said, it's like, yeah, it makes a big difference.
It does.
All right, we're doing pretty good on time. Is there any Matthew questions we want to get in on Steph Tarr?
You look squirrely over there. You're making me.
No.
I'm in the hot seat.
It's just this conversation went a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah,
it's like, but that's what happens. You get in the hot seat. It's like,
you know?
Yeah.
No Matthew questions. I think we did a great job covering Steph.
Appreciate it. Right.
I do have a Steph story that I was thinking about sharing on here.
Share it.
And this is one of my favorite Steph stories because you say yes to everything. You did tell me no once. Do you remember what time I'm talking about?
Oh,
Do you remember? So I don't want to say his name, but one of our agents had a disgruntled seller, and we had to get a new agent involved. And so I asked him, I was like, who do you think? And he said, Steph. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I gave you a call, and I was like, hey, here's the situation. We need to put another agent on this. And he recommended you. And you're like, absolutely not. If they say one bad thing about I said his name. Well, they say one bad thing about him.
You can edit that out. But they say one,
if they say one bad thing about him, I would lose it. And it's like, okay, sounds good. And
I would. I'd go full like I said, it's like
the Mama Tarr,
Mama Bear, Mama Tarr, Mama Bear, like would come out because again, like it's these agents. I mean, he's like one of my best friends now.
Yeah.
And we met do you remember when we were at Industrious and we had to pull together we did that Vanity Fair style shoot?
Yeah.
That was the day that I met this agent.
I still have that photo. Comes up as a reminder every year. Yeah.
And what a time that was. I mean, like that, and I think we got 2 hours notice, and we all flew and just threw on nice clothes. And
I'm not very good at giving them notice on anything.
Oh my gosh, the worst, right? But
we were a startup.
We were flying by the seats of our pants, and so he's like one of my best friends, and I just know I knew that I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, I need some separation here because.
Yep.
Yeah, we wanted to get the deal done,
and we did.
I said this is the perfect agent for it because as nice as I am, don't mess with my people.
And that all worked out. It all worked out great.
All's well that ends well. So I guess I did say no.
You did say no, so I'm gonna call you out on that.
Yeah.
So you don't say yes to everything. You did tell me no once, but.
Don't talk trash about my people, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Can't handle it.
So people who want to reach out to you.
Oh God! I mean, like you said, we're everywhere, right? Instagram.
No,
StephanieTarr.com.
give us your email address, your Instagram,
your phone number, whatever you want to share.
I want you to say it.
StephanieTarr.com, right?
Yeah.
Gary would be so proud of me that I didn't say www.stephanietarr.com. Babe, nobody says www anymore, right? 480-612-3553. I do use forewarn emails. So I'm kind of I use Stephanie at Morrison Team a lot, but I'm trying to move over to Stephanie at RETSY, but I'm nostalgic.
We reserve Stephanie at RETSY for her. That's how you know the originals. If you get your first name at RETSY.com, that's
I remember calling Matt and I was like, no one's allowed to take it, right? He's like, no, it's yours.
Yeah.
He's like, you just have to rip the Band-Aid off and start. And I'm like, but I like the Morrison Team, so.
Stephanie Shortridge was so disappointed, but
It is what it is.
First come. For sure. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, thanks for taking the time and coming
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for not overly embarrassing me because I know that you have the dirt on me, but we'll save that for a future episode, right?
We will.
Yeah. Or the Halloween episode.
Yeah, exactly. That's fun.
Thanks, Steph.
Thanks, Steph.
That wraps up this week's episode of the RETSY Podcast. Thanks for listening. Check out the show notes to connect with Steph. If you enjoyed today's episode, take a moment to leave us a review wherever you listen to this podcast. And please subscribe so you never miss what's next. Next week, Chris and Matt are sitting down with RETSY agent and videographer Justin Godsey. Here's a sneak preview.
Go shoot a bunch of pieces of content that you never post. That's a piece. Who says you have to post the content? If you want to take reps and get better at it, go film a bunch of content, watch yourself back, be like, I yapped for a long time there. I rambled for a long time there. I'm going to go do it again. But at least you filmed 20 videos that you had ideas for. You got your practice, and then you go, who says you ever have to post those, right? That's another tool that people can use to try to get better at it or build their confidence, and then take that leap eventually and post the first piece and see what happens.